Grace and peace as we have Holy Week at the table. And I'd like to say that it was not so long ago, but that's not true. But it is not so far away. It's in a place called Galesburg. And in Galesburg, there's this college. And at the college, there's a cafeteria. And in the cafeteria, there's a place called the Penguin Room. And the students at this college eat in the cafeteria, and there was a group that ate in the Penguin Room. And the group that ate in the Penguin Room, well, we were not, say, the overly rich. We were not the elite. We were not the incredibly beautiful. We were not really much of anything totally off the charts or special at all. But we were the Penguin Room group. And we were not brought together by department or major because there were psych majors and biologists and chemists and artists and political science majors and I don't know, just pick. We were all across the board, right? So that certainly wasn't it. There was something that we really did all have in common, other than, that we ate in the Penguin Room. And, well, it wasn't the time and the years in college. Here's what I mean by that. So, like when I was a freshman, Dave was a senior, but like Moose had graduated 2 years before, and Moose would come back and visit with Dave, and he, of course, would then eat in the Penguin Room with us, and Moose would be able to catch up with other friends like Mike and Mia and Peggy, and, he knew them. But because he would come back to visit, I then got to know, and I'm friends with Moose, even though he graduated years before I ever got there. This is starting to sound like a soap opera, isn't it? But here's the thing. All of these folks who over many, many, many years, certainly longer than 4, or, even if you got a double or triple major, let's say 5, all of us who over 10 or 15 years, who ended up being part of this Penguin Room group, we all know each other. We knew each other. We still know each other. And you know some of these folks because they've been to the Downers Grove Church. And this thing that we had in common, it was not a Christian faith. I will say that it was a faith if you're willing to define faith as, well, this strongly held belief or theory, right? The strongly held belief or theory is that there's enough suffering and sadness and pain in this world, and nobody has a right to add to all of that. Part of that faith is nobody has a right to be a jerk on purpose. And also, whatever knowledge we have, we need more of it. So, while we're learning, we need to do whatever we can to make this world and the lives of all of those we encounter better. That's a belief system. And anybody who ate in the Penguin Room kind of had that belief system. So, in hindsight, here's what I hear. That piece from Mark 9 or Luke 9 where Jesus says, "Don't stop them. Whoever's not against us is for us." So it didn't matter that folks in the Penguin Room were Jewish and Baha'i and Christian and pagan and practicing Wicca, and they were agnostic and atheist. What they were folks who were working to make this world a better place, and they still are, we still are. There's something that held us together. There was a common bond, more than just that bread and table. There was working toward bread for the world and a bigger table for all. And that is an amazing thing. Wherever you can find it, hold on to it. Amen.